This week, a seemingly unlikely figure will say that global warming is a major threat to life on our planet. He'll say that it's our fault, and we need to urgently cut our fossil fuel consumption.
2 million people forced to flee their homes in what's widely portrayed as an ethnic conflict.
If things go business as usual, we will not live, we will die.
The ecosystems and the habitats, especially the coral reefs, are in danger everywhere in the world. It's true for the Maldives as well.
Yeah, so Maldives is basically an island nation, a coral island nation situated somewhere south of India and Sri Lanka. So it runs across the equator, cutting almost like 1/3. So we have 3 atolls, south hemisphere, and the rest of the country in northern hemisphere. Yeah. I think Maldives is a wonderful tourism attraction, and myself I've been to a lot of places, unique places where you don't see them anywhere else, and still very prestige, and we have some remote areas which is not touched by the human activities. So I think it's a wonderful place for tourists to visit.
Yeah, tourism involves a lot of transportation, plus the nature of this country. It's situated and scattered over 900 kilometers, so a lot of transportation is needed, and definitely transportation is a major contributor to the carbon budget in this country.
Since tourism introduced, it's most probably like 60% of the GDP is coming from tourism. Tourism is a very high carbon industry where you have a lot of traveling, air travel, resorts which has we have luxurious resorts which consume a lot of electricity, and we generate our electricity from fossil fuels. So tourism is actually a very high carbon footprint. So more tourism which is more carbon emitting to the atmosphere. Yeah.
The government is always looking for options for the renewable energy and the transportation. Also, the government has given subsidies and for the people who are importing these renewable energy vehicles and vessels. So these actions probably will help us, but the actions that we do are very minimal, which may not have a global impact. But this country, the Maldives, we want to show that we can do this, so why not the other developed countries do this?
Waste management is one of the biggest issues now Maldives face, and because our islands are very small and availability of space, and also geographical distribution, again islands are very far apart, and there are very few people living on all these islands, and moving this waste around is really expensive.
Yeah, waste is a major challenge as well in this country, because the islands are very small. We can't throw it into the sea, we can't bury it, it will contaminate the water, and we can't burn it, it will cause more emission. So it's a huge challenge for us to deal with the waste. So the government is slowly introducing ways of sanitary waste management in this country now, and the first EU standard waste management facility in this country is almost established now, and the final works are being done. That will serve 4 of the 20 atolls of this country. So There is a major achievement. Yeah, the resorts and the tourism industry has been making people aware of our fragile environment, and they have been constantly advised of what to do and what not to do to safeguard our environment. So most of the visitors who visit Maldives are very environment friendly, and they contribute a lot towards the protection and sustainable development of our environment. And they have been engaged in tree plantation, coral transplantation, and beach cleaning, and all these activities. Many of these tourists are involved in these activities, which are in turn very helpful for us.
When traveling on the boat, and people it's very easy to just throw it outside. It's open everywhere.
Once they visit Maldives, they only realize, they only come to know that it's only 1 or 2 feet above the sea level, and if they continue their way of living their way of life as business as usual, very carbon intensive economies, these small island nations will probably disappear. And once they come here and once they see the sea level and the island, then they realize. And
for the waste management, I'll say it's mostly awareness. People need to know, and we see that when people know that it's not like they do in purpose. Sometimes when you come to Maldives and you see the very beautiful country and you see the waters and the marine life, you get excited, and sometimes you forget about some things, and we do understand. So I think back in your home country you can start giving the awareness that Maldives is the environment is like this, and we have certain laws.
By making people aware on these issues, they are really after going back there, some of them are working very hard on advocating to reduce the emissions, and they know how beautiful these islands and these small islands are, so they want to do whatever they can to prevent these islands getting wiped off from the map of the world.